So I've been getting a lot of DMs today in regards to the latest shenanigans by Khmerican founder Phatry Derek Pan, otherwise known as PDP, and he has now teamed up with Dany Rodriguez-Pen. Dany, I guess, is doing Kun Khmer. I don't know what exactly that she's doing now, but I will say that her and I were friends several years back, and I think we were teaming up together when we were in opposition against the vice feature of the Cambodian S-21 killing school, and we had a falling out because she was very much showed herself as a Trump supporter, and there was also a lot of very uncomfortable behavior that she was exhibiting through her own social media and the way she views Cambodians in the homeland. And this was expressed to me by several people because I haven't really been following her for a while. But that is to say that anybody who clearly is willing to work with PDP, I know that people have expressed a lot of allegations and also a lot of their own personal experiences with him. And if there are people that are still willing to continue, just like Dany is, then you know what I say to this: you can fuck around and find out, and play stupid games, win stupid prizes. But at the same time, it also maybe tells me that maybe she is also in on this whole grifting, But I don't know, it's neither here nor there, allegedly. But I also want to caution to those that decide to work with them. And again, that, Phatry is never going to give up. He's never going to give up trying to make money despite how irrelevant he is, despite the fact that he's not on many people's radar these days as far as content creators and influencers and whatnot. That time has already passed him, and I think that's something that has still bothered him. And I think he has been saying things like, the truth will prevail. Well, PDP, the truth has been prevailing. You are being exposed, and it's prevailing itself. So, tell that joke on yourself, little man. Anyways, anybody that decides to continue to work with them and ignore the many allegations, and I got plenty of them in my DMs, that is something for you to really consider. But if you don't, then again, I hope that you win the biggest stupid prize. I think it's quite interesting that Dany Rodriguez-Pen has been blocking people who have been commenting and warning her about her latest venture with Phatry Derek Pan, the founder of Khmerican, who has been dealing with allegations upon allegations of financial grifting, child exploitation, sexual misconduct, and whatever. So I think it tells you that I think she clearly is willing to narcissistically move ahead with it. And I think that, honestly, it sounds like that she's clearly in on the grift, because I've had people been sharing a lot of concerns about her this white savior complex, trying to help the disadvantaged Cambodian families and kids. And it's also coming off from a very colonizing mentality, but also that there's been questions about whether her practices are ethical, and if people are the beneficiaries of her service. Now that is something to be very careful about, that kind of allegation, but I think it really calls a question about her own integrity, willing to work with someone who has a very harmful reputation, especially among his association with minors. And also, I think it's kind of very rich that she's willing to ignore all of it, because this is the person who I had on my podcast, by the way, several years ago, and she talked about her human rights efforts and, working with kids who have been trafficked in Cambodia, dealing with people who have been violently assaulted, and what have you. So I think that it's very ironic. It speaks to the hypocrisy and something very sinister. So, you know what? I think Cambodia has its own Ghislaine Maxwell to our wonderful Epstein. So anyways, I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. Happy Pride, and yeah.